When you think of samurai manga, especially feudal Japan samurai manga, usually you would think of Vagabond, Rurouni Kenshin, Blade of the Immortal, Sword of the Stranger, Afro Samurai, but I think this here is the next big one. The manga I'm talking about is Still the Celestial Shadows. So Still the Celestial Shadows is a supernatural, historical samurai manga that has references to the lunar calendar. The whole celestial and the title plays a big role into the whole story. And romance also plays a big factor in this. It starts out off of romance. The story progresses and then realize that there's supernatural shit going on. And above all, it has godly artwork, like next level artwork. Let me give you a quick summary of Still Celestial Shadows. Konosuke is a depressed samurai who's struggling to get by, just barely managing to eat. Reason behind all this is he has a fear of metals. So as a samurai, he can't carry a samurai sword because metals tend to bend and turn away from him, almost like his body rejects metal. So because of that, he can't get a job as a samurai. This is feudal Japan in the 19th century. So if you can't be a samurai, you can't carry a sword in that time, they think of you as pretty lowly. There's not many jobs you can really do. Him trying to go find work turned to a whole situation when they try to beat his ass and then cut him down. He's basically like having suicidal thoughts at this point. He's like, you know what, cut me down, please, just kill me. So when a guy swings a sword at him, as soon as it gets by his face, it bends back and stabs the guy in his own forehead. He's like, what the fuck? So Konosuke runs away, and then they're looking for his ass, and they catch up to his ass. They beating his ass, right? Throw him in some water. He's about to drown. He's like, you know what, fuck it, let me just die, because life is shit. I can't get a job. I'm poor as hell. I can't do nothing. I can't even shave my face because razors and metal running away from me. He gets saved from the water. Whoever saved him from the water, he doesn't know who the hell it is. He wakes up in his house, bandaged up. He's healing and stuff. Gets a knock on the door. It's an old man, and he's got a marriage proposal. And he's like, how? Why? The girl comes in the room, and she's beautiful as hell. And he's like, there's no way. I can't even have a sword. Like, why would you want to marry me? And she's like, I want to marry you just because of that reason, because you can't wield a sword. Do you think that's the only unit of measure that men have, is like if you can or can't carry a sword? And he's just not going. He's like, nah, bro. He's in denial. There's no way a beautiful ass woman like you wants to be with me. I'm not doing it. I know that this is all fake. It's like, no, you're the person I want to marry, right? So he makes a wager over a game that if he can beat her in this board game, she's got to go. But if she can beat him, she'll continue to stay there. And he can't beat her from over a month. Eventually, he kind of happens to fall for her. You know, after the time, she does all type of housewife stuff, cooks, cleans every day, takes care of him, anything he needs. So eventually, he kind of grows attached to it, starts to care for her. And all of a sudden, when you think everything is gravy and great and my boy's living a happy life, gotta realize the story's gotta go somewhere. Like, we gotta have the manga for something. And she gets kidnapped. Some people pull up and kidnap her. That's roughly the end of the first volume, right? The guy that pulls up to kidnap her is controlling water. So he's like, yo, what the fuck? What is this? He has no idea what's going on. This is where they start to get into the supernatural stuff. She gets kidnapped by this water guy, and he's like, what the hell is this? What's going on? How can he do that? He's got to find out moving forward in the next volumes. What the hell's going on? How did people have these powers? Who was that guy? Why did he want my wife? And he's still trying to find out why his wife really wanted to marry him. The backstory is behind all of that, and then the way that people are all intertwined, like how in the past this person helped that person, so now they're returning a favor. The storytelling and the way that everything's unfolding in this manga, I feel like is so A1. The story just keeps you enticed. Like for me right now, Non-Shonen Jump, this is my #1 favorite manga to read right now. Like brand new manga, because I just can't wait to see where the story goes. In the 4 volumes that I've seen so far, I'm just so eager to get more information and find out more about people with powers. See, why did they really kidnap her? Who is she really? Who is he really? Like, we haven't really got down to the deep details of all of that yet. It's kept me interested the whole way though. Her being kidnapped threw a wrench in the story, because it's like we didn't even know it was gonna be nothing like that. For me, it being a blind read, I just kind of read off the back of the book, but I had no idea she was gonna get kidnapped and it was gonna be turned into some crazy shit like that. It's not the Savage Super Saiyan, it's not one of those, but it is such a good story so far. Set up, build up, plot, all of that. The story is is one of those stories, like it just feels like already it's gonna be the next Vagabond, Blade of the Immortal. That's a great epic story. Even if the story doesn't drag out for 300 chapters, I still feel like it's gonna be a classic samurai story already. Artwork is godlike, but in a different like peak than Gachiakuta. They're two totally different art styles on two totally different ends of the spectrum. Gachiakuta is peak in its own way, in a very like raw, grungy, aggressive way, and Still Celestial Shadows is just like motherfucking Beethoven, bro. Real, elegant, beautiful, classic, in the works, masterpiece in the making. Kagurabachi is another samurai story that I'm reading. It's just a lot more action and fighting oriented for sure. There's definitely action, there's definitely fights, and Still Celestial Shadows is just not the same pacing. When you read Kagurabachi, you know you're just getting into some badass action. It's just non-stop action type shit. Probably the next best thing that Shonen Jump has put out for sure after Dawn of Dawn. Like I think that's gonna be the next huge title for them, because like the story is fucking great, artwork's great, all of that, but totally different style of manga, totally different pacing. It's got a good story to it too, and I'm not downplaying or putting Kagurabachi down in any kind of way. I'm not hating or talking any kind of shit. Don't take this wrong, because I think that Kagurabachi has great ass art style too, but like still the Celestial Shadows is just, it's like on some elegant Shakespearean shit. The art in this manga is so good, I won't read it on the Viz App. I have the Viz App. I don't even know what I got it for, because most of the shit that I read on Viz, I'd rather read Viz. It's convenient to read it on a phone, you know what I'm saying? But reading on the app does not do it justice. See how her face almost looks like a painting, but he's drawn different? The artwork is just so beautiful. Still Celestial Shadow Volumes is a manga that I have no problem paying full price for. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. Amazon doesn't have to drop it on sale. I'm gonna pay for it because that bitch is worth it. Daruma Matsura. I don't know if this is his first. I don't remember when I looked, but this mangaka is different. Pick up volume 1 if you have any interest in samurai shit, feudal Japan manga, supernatural shit, because it's not just samurai. Hence metal rejecting, you know. I don't want to spoil too much and throw out too much of the story, because it's like I want people to be able to enjoy it the way I did. I really enjoyed picking this up or reading it from scratch. I don't even think I went on Reddit and checked nothing about this until after I started reading it. I just kept seeing this manga pop up on Amazon as a recommended manga for whatever I'm looking at. When it popped up and I scrolled by it quick, I couldn't make out half of the cover. I was like, bro, what the hell is that? And it's got such a long ass name, and I just kept passing by it. And then I realized it had like a high ass rating on Amazon for a new book. That was kind of crazy. It was like a 4.8 or 4.9 when I first saw it, and I was like, you know what, let me just check it out. It's on sale anyway, right? I'm so glad I did. I like many different genres of manga and anime. As long as the story is good enough and interesting enough, I'll fuck with it, you know? 12 or 13 out of 10 read manga. Actual read in physical form. This is one of the most enjoyable mangas I've read. I really enjoyed the art. Flipping through these pages, I cannot wait to see where the story goes. I cannot wait to the day that this might possibly get an anime. Whatever studio can possibly try to recreate this man's art style, because it's godly, bro. It's celestial art style, brother. If you guys want to see more detailed in-depth video on Still Celestial Shadows, let me know. Probably after I reach book 5. Also gonna probably do the same with Gachiakuta soon. Also have to pick up book 5 of that. I think they both came out the same day. Check back for some more manga content. That's all I'm gonna have for today, guys. On that one, we out.